go wrong with you. Heaven is surrounding you right now. Archangel Michael has taken full charge of your protection. God says even if darkness tried to approach you, it failed because His hand was over you. You are safe. You are covered. You are guarded from every direction. God says to trust Him, to have faith, to pray, and to open your heart because what He is about to reveal will strengthen your future. Your life is entering a new season, a season where hidden things will come into the light and where every tear your mother shed will turn into peace and relief. God says there is a person your mother has been worried about. She saw something, sensed something, or heard something that made her spirit uneasy. She doesn't want to accuse anyone without proof, but she feels something is off. God says her intuition was not wrong. Her spirit picked up a vibration of dishonesty, jealousy, or hidden intention from someone. God says this person has been speaking in two voices, one voice in front of you and one voice behind you. God says they have been attracted to what you carry, not who you are. They see your potential, your blessings, your future, your destiny, and they feel threatened or envious. God says they once pretended to support you, but their heart has shifted into a different direction. God says your mother saw the signs. She noticed changes in their tone, their body language, their attitude. She felt something cold around them, something unsettling. She prayed for you, asking heaven to shield you. She cried because she didn't want you to face heartbreak, disappointment, or betrayal. God says she sensed something spiritually long before you could see it physically. A mother's soul is always ahead of danger. God says this is why she has been restless. This is why she has been unable to sleep well. This is why her heart has been heavy. But God wants you to know that every tear she shed was heard in heaven, and every prayer she whispered was carried to the throne of God. God says your life is entering a divine turning point. The truth that your mother has felt will be exposed soon. Not to hurt you, but to protect you. God says something hidden is about to be revealed. A mask is about to fall. A conversation will bring clarity. A situation will show you someone's real intentions. God says this is not punishment, this is protection. This is not loss, this is liberation. This is not bad news, this is healing for your future. God says He is preparing your heart now so that you don't panic when the truth comes out. Archangel Michael stands with you and says he orders you to stay calm, stay grounded, and stay aligned with prayer. He says heaven is opening your eyes gently so that you can walk forward with strength instead of fear. He says you are not alone. You are not abandoned. You are not vulnerable. You are guarded by heaven itself. God says the truth your mother knows involves something someone attempted or discussed behind your back. It may involve money, trust, relationships, or reputation. Someone tried to manipulate a situation in a way that would affect you. But God stopped it. God blocked it. God intervened before anything harmful could touch your life. That is why He says nothing will go wrong with you. He is not just reassuring you, He is stating a heavenly fact. You are safe because He has already dismantled a threat before it reached you. God says there is something your mother wished she could tell you but could not find the right words. She didn't want you to worry. She didn't want you to lose trust in the wrong moment. She thought staying quiet would protect your peace, but instead it made her heart heavy. God says now is the time for her heart to be lifted. Heaven is preparing the right moment for the truth to reach you gently. God says your mother loves you more than anything, and her tears were prayers wrapped in sorrow. God says those prayers have been answered. God says He is touching your mother's heart right now. He is giving her strength, comfort, and peace. He is wiping her secret tears and replacing them with relief. He is surrounding her with angels because she carried this burden alone for too long. God says you will notice a change in her soon. Her spirit will feel lighter. Her worry will reduce. Her energy will feel calmer. Heaven is lifting pressure from her soul. God says the truth she knows will eventually reach you in a divine way. It will not arrive with chaos or shock. It will arrive with clarity and understanding. It will show you who is truly loyal and who is not. It will show you who speaks with honesty and who hides behind smiles. God says the revelation will surprise you, but it will also empower you. It will bring you closer to your destiny, not further away. God says your mother cried because she worried you would be hurt. But God says He will not allow hurt to reach you. He will not allow betrayal to break you. He will not allow lies to shape your future. He says He has placed His shield around your mind, your heart, your home, your relationships, and your finances. He says you are covered. You are surrounded. You are divinely insulated from danger. God says a blessing is coming after this revelation. Something big, something life-changing, something long-awaited. He says clearing the truth now creates space for this blessing to enter your life smoothly. God says the next chapter of your life requires you to see clearly, trust wisely, and move without fear. God says to pray tonight from your heart. Not with fear, but with trust. He says He is with you. He says your mother is under His care. He says your future is protected. He says nothing will go wrong with you. He says everything hidden will be revealed gently and safely. He says you are safe, blessed, chosen, and carried by heaven. God says trust Him, pray to Him, and stay close to Him. Everything you need to know is coming. Everything you need to understand will be understood. Everything your mother cried about is being handled by heaven right now. God says this is an urgent message meant only for you, and Archangel Michael stands beside this message with a brilliant sword of light, saying firmly that you must not skip a single word because what is unfolding around you is deeper than what your eyes can see. Michael says he orders you to open this moment fully, because this is not a coincidence, not an accident, not a random thought. You were guided to these words because heaven has watched something around you, something connected to your heart, your family, and especially your mother. God says your mother has been crying in secret, not because she is weak, not because she has no strength, but because she has been carrying a burden she doesn't want to place on your shoulders. She knows something she has kept hidden, something she has sensed in the spirit, something she has been praying about quietly enough that even the walls in her home don't hear the full truth. God says He has been watching her tears fall into the late hours of the night, tears she wipes away quickly so no one notices, tears that come from a place of deep love, fear, and silent protection. God says He wants you to know that your mother's heart has been trembling because she knows something is not right around you, something she can feel spiritually but cannot say directly. She has been afraid that telling you the full truth might scare you, or disappoint you, or overwhelm you. She has been holding this pain close to her heart, praying that God Himself would intervene instead of forcing her to speak words that might shake your world. God says He is stepping forward today because the time of secrecy has ended. What your mother knows is something she sensed long before anyone else noticed. She sees that someone around you has been moving with an energy that is not good for you, someone who hides their intentions behind smiles, someone whose words do not match their deeper motives. She didn't want to worry you, so she has been praying silently, asking God to protect you, asking God to open your eyes, asking God to remove the wrong people from your path without causing you pain. God says her prayers have reached heaven like soft echoes in the night, and He has answered them. That is why this message is reaching you now. That is why Archangel Michael is standing firm, insisting that you pay attention. Insisting you do not ignore this moment. What is unfolding is divine timing, divine revelation, divine protection. Archangel Michael says there is something your mother discovered or felt intuitively, something small at first, but it grew. She noticed a shift in someone's behavior, a strange change in their voice, an odd decision they made, a pattern that didn't make sense. She saw that someone around you, someone you trusted a little too much, was not aligned with you spiritually. She felt the danger before you did. She watched the signs appear, watched things move in a way that unsettled her heart, and instead of confronting you with worry, she carried it alone. She didn't want you to think she was interfering. She didn't want you to feel controlled. She only wanted you to stay safe, surrounded by goodness, protected by God. God says your mother's spirit is sensitive, more sensitive than she admits. She may not express everything openly, but her intuition is powerful. She can feel the vibrations around you. She knows when a blessing is coming, and she knows when an attack is rising. She has prayed for years that you would be surrounded by angels, and those prayers have built a shield around your life. Even when you feel alone, God says you are not alone. Your mother's quiet tears have created a spiritual barrier that has stopped many unseen dangers from reaching you. God says you have been distracted lately, pulled in different directions, trying to handle everything on your own without realizing that your mother has been spiritually fighting beside you. She has seen your stress, your exhaustion, the heaviness you keep inside. She has noticed how you pretend to be strong even when you are breaking inside. She has watched you walk out the door with courage, not knowing the amount of spiritual warfare God has been blocking from your path. She has felt something shadowy trying to come near you, and she has cried because she didn't know how to tell you without causing you fear. Archangel Michael says that every tear your mother shed became a signal to heaven, a plea that summoned angels, a cry that activated divine protection. She cried because she loves you, because she sensed a threat you could not see. And God says He is exposing that threat now. It is not as big as it appears, but it is real enough that God decided your awareness is necessary. Someone around you, someone who pretends to care, someone who pretends to support you, has been watching your steps with jealousy, speaking negatively about you behind your back, trying to understand your weaknesses. Your mother sensed it. She saw through them even when they smiled. She felt something unsettling in her spirit, and that is what caused her tears. God says no harm will reach you. He repeats this strongly, nothing will go wrong with you. You are protected, you are safe, and you are covered under divine promise. But He wants you to understand why your mother has been crying silently. She carries emotional weight for people she loves. She absorbs the energies around her. She feels the heaviness of situations even before facts are revealed. She does not cry because she is defeated, she cries because she is spiritually alert. God says your mother knows you deserve peace, happiness, and abundance. She knows you are destined for blessings bigger than your past, bigger than your fears, bigger than your challenges. But she also feels that something or someone is jealous of your light. She has seen the signs, the shifts, the small inconsistencies in people's behavior. She didn't want to accuse anyone without proof, so she stayed silent, trusting God to reveal the truth. And today, God says He is revealing it through this message. Archangel Michael says to tell you that your mother's tears have not been wasted. They have become seeds for miracles, seeds for protection, seeds for divine clarity. God has seen every tear fall. He has collected them in His hands. He has turned them into strength, into guidance, into divine intervention. That is why you are safe even when you think danger is near. That is why you rise even when others expect you to fall. That is why blessings follow you even when people try to block you. God says there is something your mother wanted to tell you but couldn't find the words. She has been afraid that you might misunderstand her. She didn't want to sound controlling or fearful. She didn't want to burden you. But what she wanted to say is this: be careful. Protect your energy. Not everyone around you is happy for you. She felt it deeply. She knew something was off. She prayed instead of speaking, hoping God would take care of it. And God says He has taken care of it. God says someone who had harmful intentions toward you has already been blocked spiritually. Their plans have failed. Their words have lost power. Their influence has been neutralized. Even before you knew anything was wrong, God was already acting. Your mother's prayers moved heaven in ways you cannot imagine. God says if you knew how many dangers your mother's tears have stopped, you would hold more gratitude in your heart for her quiet strength. Archangel Michael says your mother has been trying to protect your future. She has been praying for your financial stability, your emotional strength, your relationships, your success, your health. She has been asking God to remove anyone who does not truly care for you. She has cried because she saw you giving your energy to the wrong people, trusting the wrong hearts, believing the wrong promises. She didn't know how to warn you without hurting your feelings. So she cried. She prayed. She gave it to God. And now God is revealing it to you. God says He wants you to talk to your mother more, not necessarily about the details, but with love, with openness, with gratitude. She needs emotional reassurance from you. She needs to know you are okay, that you are safe, that you are spiritually alert. She has been carrying fears that God wants to lift off her shoulders. She loves you more than she loves herself, and God says He wants you to honor her heart by staying connected to her, by listening to your intuition, by trusting divine warnings when they come. Archangel Michael says to tell you this clearly: do not ignore your instincts in the coming days. If someone's energy feels off, step back. If a situation feels uncomfortable, do not force yourself to stay. If you feel spiritually uneasy around someone, trust that feeling. God is sharpening your spiritual senses so you can begin to see the things your mother has sensed for months. God says you are stepping into a season where truth will reveal itself without effort. Masks will fall. Hidden intentions will surface. People who pretended to support you will expose themselves through their own actions. God will remove anyone who tries to bring you harm. He will elevate you above situations designed to drain your energy. He will bring peace into your life where confusion once lived. God says He is healing your mother's heart as well. He is drying her tears. He is bringing her comfort. He is lifting the invisible fear she has been holding. He is giving her strength and assurance that you are safe, protected, and surrounded by divine intervention. He is blessing her for the love she carries. He is rewarding her for her silent prayers. God says you must trust Him the way your mother trusted Him. You must believe that everything happening now is happening for your protection, for your growth, for your clarity. You are stepping into a season of revelation where nothing hidden will remain hidden. People's true colors will show. Situations will shift to your advantage. Blessings will come unexpectedly. Doors will open without struggle. God says He is with you. He repeats it again and again, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe. You are protected. You are divinely guided. Your mother's tears have already rewritten your destiny in a powerful way. Heaven has surrounded you, and Archangel Michael says his sword is drawn, his wings are wide, and his protection is covering every step you take. God says this is an urgent message only for you, and as these words come toward you, feel the atmosphere shifting around you because heaven has chosen this exact second to speak into your heart. God says, listen, because what I am revealing right now is something I have been waiting for you to understand for so long. And Archangel Michael steps forward with a voice that is firm, steady, and overflowing with protective fire. If God says this very softly but firmly to your spirit right now, because the message that has reached you is not something ordinary, not something whispered in the corners of this world, but something spoken in a realm where truth is fire and destiny is written with divine ink. God says, a secret meeting has exposed your true identity. You are the true descendant of something you were never supposed to discover this early. And as these words reach you, the heavens open slightly, enough for you to feel that unmistakable pull in your chest, that sense that something bigger than you has started to unfold, something that was sealed away for years, something guarded by angels who knew this moment would come when you were spiritually ready to hear it. Accept it, and carry it. God says that when this secret meeting took place, a gathering of individuals who have watched you more closely than you realize, individuals who believed you would remain unaware of the power, grace, and heavenly favor in your bloodline, something unexpected happened. What they discussed, what they discovered, what they tried to hide, has now been placed before the throne of God, and God has chosen to reveal it to you because the time is right. Not 1 second earlier, not 1 second later. God says, you are the true descendant of a chosen lineage that carries spiritual authority, divine protection, and generational purpose. And the moment they realized it, everything around you started shifting. You may have felt it without fully understanding it, the sudden heaviness in the air, the strange turns of events, the dreams that felt too real, the moments of silence where your heart beat differently, the nights where you woke up and felt something watching over you, not in fear but in protection. These were not coincidences. God says these were signs that heaven was preparing you for this revelation, a revelation that was supposed to shake you but instead will strengthen you. God says you are safe, you are protected, and nothing will go wrong with you because heaven has already built a wall of fire around your destiny. Archangel Michael stands near you as these words pour into your spirit. He is strong, alert, protective, and the moment this revelation was sent toward your life, he drew his sword, not because you are in danger, but because he is clearing the way. God says they tried to hide this truth about your identity because they feared what you would become once you knew. They feared the light you carry. They feared the wisdom that would awaken inside you. They feared the strength that would rise the moment you recognized who you truly are. but God says no fear formed by others can override heaven's timing. No secret can remain hidden once God exposes it. No whisper spoken in darkness can overshadow the divine truth written in your soul. God says that you are the true descendant of a spiritual bloodline marked by resilience, royalty, and divine calling. Something inside you has always felt different, and now you understand why. You have never been average because the hand of God has never left you. Even in your lowest moments, even when you felt ignored, forgotten, rejected, or misunderstood, God was shaping you silently, just like He shapes those He chooses for something extraordinary. God says the meeting that exposed your identity was not meant for your ears, but heaven allowed its echo to reach your life because justice had to be served. There were people who thought you would never know your worth. They wanted to distract you, confuse you, mislead you, or keep you small. But heaven has stepped in now. God says your true identity has been unsealed. A spiritual archive has been opened. Your name has been spoken in places you never entered physically but entered spiritually by divine right. Your life is not random. Your pain was not meaningless. Your strength is not accidental. Every time you broke and rose again, every tear you cried, every moment you questioned yourself, every time you felt something inside you that others couldn't understand, it was your divine lineage speaking through you. God says the reason your heart feels deeper, your mind thinks differently, your soul feels older, is because you carry ancient divine wisdom passed down through generations. And now, heaven is awakening it. God says that the secret meeting was attended by people who tried to trace your background, your connections, your spiritual path,